Hello, family and friends. Hello, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Matt, the creator of Clearlight Media. I hope you'll join me for adventure, inspiration, travel, helpful products and reviews, and the whatevers and whatnots, small and great, of daily life. Each video features original music. Please subscribe, share, like, and comment. King Bharamaracha I began the building of Wat Mahathat, Temple of the Great Relic, in 1374, and the main parts of the temple complex were likely finished in the reign of the next king, Ramasuan, between 1388 and 1395. In 1431, King Bharamaracha II raided Angkor Wat and returned to Ayutthaya with many statues of sacred animals, which were installed at Wat Mahathat and Wat Prasi Sampet. Several more buildings were added over the years, and many restorations were done. Like most of the temples in Ayutthaya, Wat Mahathat was destroyed and looted in 1767 by the Burmese. Wat Mahathat was one of the most important temples of the Ayutthaya kingdom. It held relics, bones and/or ashes of the Buddha, was a royal monastery near the Grand Palace, and home to the supreme patriarch of the city-dwelling sect. As the center of Buddhism in the kingdom, Wat Mahathat was the Mount Meru of Ayutthaya, the center of the universe. The Buddha head in the roots of a banyan tree is probably the most photographed image from this temple, though is just sort of a depressing side note. When the Burmese sacked Ayutthaya in 1767, they broke many of the Buddha images and often buried the heads as further insult. When this banyan grew, it brought the head up with it. This small vihara, assembly hall, was one of the many and not necessarily significant, but I was amazed to be able to get so close to a complete scene of Buddha images. From here, you can see the remains of the base of the central prong in the background. Here is the main gate to the east of the temple complex that was once surrounded by walls, canals, and moats. There is a second original gate on the west end. Here were some remnants of detail on the inside of the east wall. I am walking along the north side of the Royal Assembly Hall. It was a large building, 20 by 40 meters or 60 by 120 feet. In its day, it was a grand hall containing murals painted in red, black, and white of the Vesantara Jataka, a story of one of the Buddha's past lives where he displays perfect generosity by repeatedly giving away everything he has. We have just entered the inner gallery and courtyard. Here are the ruins of the base of the central prong. The prong itself once rose 50 meters or 150 feet above the laterite base. Laterite was the typical foundation material of Khmer and Khmer-style temples and other large structures near the equator. Laterite is the subsoil of equatorial forests, hot and wet year-round, a mixture of clay, rock, and metals. When underground and full of moisture, it's easy to mine and cut into blocks and bricks. When laterite is exposed to the air and sun for a period of time, the moisture evaporates and what remains is a stone-like material reinforced by a lattice of minerals and metals, especially quartz, iron, and aluminum. The prong had collapsed on a few occasions and had been rebuilt, but in 1904 it fell the final time, and in 1911 it disintegrated even further. In 1956, the relic chamber was discovered under the pedestal of the prong. Later that year, the main crypt was found 17 meters or 51 feet below the relic chamber. It contained various treasures, with the most significant being a set of 6 tiny stupas, one inside another. The innermost, the crystal stupa, had a gold-wrapped 3-layer top made of dark garnets, emeralds, and rubies. Inside was a tiny gold casket containing gems smaller than grains of rice in sandalwood oil and Buddha relics. Now I'm walking along the south side of the main Ubasat, or ordination hall, where initiates were made monks. It was a large building, about the same size as the assembly hall, just east of the central prong, gallery, and courtyard. The back of this building faces the west gate. I'm walking back to the entry gate where I started on the south side of the temple complex. I hope you enjoyed this tour of Wat Maha That in Ayutthaya, Thailand. If you are Thai, or a Buddhist historical or archaeological scholar and can add to my understanding or make any corrections, I welcome your comments below. If anyone is interested in VR video in 6K, 4K, or HD, please let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and please stay tuned to Clearlight Media. Please subscribe, share, like, and comment.